Hey guys, I've been meaning to make this video for a while. I've had this thing for quite some time, but I just haven't had a chance to document it. Basically, it's one of those swing sets you'd have for your front porch, and the fabric had all gone bad, so I hacked it and chopped it up and made a hoist out of it. And so I figured I'd post it online and post the measurements and kind of give a little bit of just general information on it. So what I did is I bought a Harbor Freight hoist, and it's the 1,100 pound electric hoist. And originally, so I bought the largest pneumatic tires from Harbor Freight, and originally they didn't steer because the steer tires, the bearings are crappy. And so what I did is I just drilled a hole and bolted them off center so that they self-steer. So the two here now self-steer. I did that last weekend, and then the two in the back are still stationary. And as far off set as you can drill them, like a shopping cart's what you want to do, so that the natural steering motion will make them steer where you want them to go. And I kind of have to kick these sometimes, but I figured I'd give you guys some overall dimensions. What I will say is, if you build one of these, I built it wide enough for a vehicle, but I didn't build it wide enough for the trailer. So like today we were trying to offload the trailer of this steel here, and it was a real pain in the butt because it wasn't wide enough. So if you're gonna build one of these, I'll give you the number you should build it to. Um, so my trailer is 8'8" across the fender, so I just go 9 feet. You're not gonna, the tubing I purchased, you're not gonna bend it. It's 2x2 by quarter wall. And so what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to go to your steel supplier. In our case, our steel supplier also is the recycler. So there's a lot of leftover tubing that's been brought back from projects that are they're done with or whatever, and so they sell the steel back to the recycler. So in this case, all this stuff is tubing that was brought back. But I'll go ahead and give you the measurements. The other thing I would do is I would make it a little taller. This one is well, to the hook it's 6 feet. So um, to the top of the lift it's 7.5. I would make it so the hook can lift probably to the 8 foot mark. It's going to be to your advantage to make, because one of the things I kind of wanted to use it for was pulling the cabs off trucks, and it's not quite tall enough to do that, so I'm going to have to make another one for pulling the cabs off trucks. But so that's the number there. Basically, let me see if I'll show you guys up close what's what. So the portion there where the chain is, in fact, just a little bit back. So this portion here is all swing set down to here. I just ran a short bead here and here to make this so that it wouldn't back off. Going back, I probably would have thrown one up here too. And then this portion right here to right here is swing set. All this is swing set. Then this 2x2 tube, this 2x2 piece, and the corresponding pieces over there are all additions. And then this piece down here, which I'll have to point down to it because I don't think you guys can see it right now, is also an addition. So I just basically made a piece where the hoist can mount right here. And then this is bracing that runs down. These were like, I don't even know what these were for, some short little tie-in piece. And these were all bolted together, and I'll actually show you up close how I welded them. So if we get inside here, you can see that, hopefully you guys can see that. In fact, I'm going to take you off here. So you can see up close. That's a bad view because of the sun. Hold on, guys. All right. So I had to add this piece right here because what had happened is these welds had cracked. This is thin material and this is 1/4 inch thick, and they cracked along here from lifting some. We lifted some really heavy steel. We doubled up. We used this right here and doubled up on the hoist's lift capacity and broke those welds. So I ended up adding this tie piece to tie these two legs together so it wouldn't flex as bad. And I just went and bought, like from Lowe's, big box store, these hooks. This is for extension cord, and then the other side is for chain. So if we look at this side, this is where I hang the chain for the hoist. And then, hold on one sec. All right, so this is showing the span portion. You guys aren't going to necessarily be able to get this. I happen to work at a place that former employer of mine, this was part of one of their projects that they rolled it wrong. They rolled the radius wrong, and so they had to cut it out of a project and redo it. Essentially what I was going to do was similar. I was just going to put feet on the bottom right here instead of these box tubes, just a flat plate. And instead of this arched tube, I was just going to take 2 tubes and maybe weld them right here and bring a little tube up to the center or whatever. You know, welding 1/4 inch wall tubing, it's not going to come apart. But I was just going to make a straight V right here, just 2 pieces of tubing that were angled. And the thing about it is that's where you get your height from. So the more that you angle these, you know, really I could have even brought these tubes up into here somewhere to give them a lot of angle, and it would have accomplished the same thing. Or I could have tied them in. The center could have been here. Oops. The center could have been right here, touched right here, and then went down to the wheels to give me the height that I really want. So like I said before, you really want 8 to 9 feet on your hook. This one's a little too low. This thing's really heavy, so it's pretty stable. So really those are the only changes I would make. If Harbor Freight sold a larger electric hoist, I'd probably get that. They may sell it now, but I don't know. So that's pretty much it, guys. It's extremely useful. I use it all over when I'm unloading steel or I'm unloading a bunch of lumber and I'm trying to get it unloaded quickly. I can just strap the whole thing and pull the trailer out, throw it on sawhorses like I've got this tubing here. Is there anything else? I think that's it, guys. That's my my hack on a yard swing. Hope this helps someone. Talk to you guys later.